heard you were selling some stuff. You know?
Yeah, I do, but no, I'm not sure you want what I'm selling.
Why? I mean, what does it do?
Well, it's really addictive. So you know, once you get a taste, that might be it.
Well, I'm broke most of the time, and my YouTube channel hasn't really gone viral, so yeah, I need something to escape.
Okay, but I gotta warn you, though. You know, I was once hooked on this shit, and went on a 2 month bender. Week 3, and my wife just took off with the cats. I didn't even notice. I mean, she said it was like I wasn't even there. You know, like I was some kind of zombie or something. Yeah.
Damn. Really hits that hard?
Oh, you'll feel like you're on cloud 9. I mean, you won't even notice when everything else is going to hell.
Well, you got any recommendations, you know? Anything to start off as a rookie?
Alright then. Okay, first what I have here is Hell on Wheels, 5 seasons. Shouldn't take you too long to get through this. And what I have here is there's Sons of Anarchy, 7 seasons. Might take you 2-3 weeks if you really finish this fucking thing, you know. Shouldn't take you too long either. Then there's also Supernatural, but that's like 15 seasons, so I wouldn't recommend that to a rookie like you just yet, so eh.
Got anything with like 1 season or something? You know?
Firefly. But it'll leave you pissed for the rest of your life.
Hi, TV shows. You know, I haven't thought about TV shows too much. I haven't talked about TV shows, I don't think, any on my channel, but I figured, you know, why not list my favorite TV shows too, since I already did a list of my favorite movies. This list was actually pretty hard to make because I haven't really thought about TV shows that much. I mean, I do have my favorites, like top 2 were pretty easy to come by, because, you know, everyone has their favorite TV shows, but I haven't really thought about any of them, you know, past that, you know, like top 10. I didn't want to do top 10 because I get so rambly and videos get so long, so I figured top 7. I'm gonna keep it the top 7. And I'm already rambling, so you know, fuck it. This is top 7 of my favorite TV shows. I haven't seen them all. I'm really bad at watching TV shows these days. I prefer movies because it's like 90 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours, and it's done. It's done. Unless it's like Fast and Furious or, you know, Saw or some shit like that, you know, which are like dozen movies and yeah, never-ending cash cows, although I have no idea who the fuck keeps paying to see those. But enough about those. Here are my top 7 TV shows. Number 7 on my list is a TV show that probably not too many have seen actually. It's kinda went silent, which is a shame because it's a really fucking fantastic TV show. I love when 80s action heroes start doing their TV shows, you know. We got Fubar with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which I only watched 2.5 episodes. It just didn't really click with me. I was gonna say I'll try to watch it all the way through at some point, but I just cancelled my Netflix subscription, also my Disney Plus subscription, because those 2 places really didn't have shit for me these days. You know, I'm just not a mainstream guy, so I might take Netflix subscription at some point and watch it all the way through. Anyway, that was Schwarzenegger. And then there's Stallone, you know, Tulsa King. That was lovely. That was great. That was fucking awesome. But the best TV show made by any 80s or kind of 90s action hero has gotta be Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
One at a time, or you run into each other. Could get confusing. Go!
Now I kind of understand why this show went kind of below the radar of, a lot of people. You get most out of it if you're a huge Jean-Claude Van Damme fan, and well, if you know me, I'm a huge Jean-Claude Van Damme fan. The show is fucking brilliant. I fucking love it. The idea, it's Jean-Claude Van Damme is playing Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's the movie actor, but there's also, he uses the name of Jean-Claude Van Warenberg, which is his birth name or something like that, and he was an orphan and stuff like that. I don't want to spoil that shit too much, but the Jean-Claude Van Johnson name is his secret agent name, because he acts like he's a movie star, but in reality, he's a secret agent.
You think, Looper, it's a better movie than Time Cop?
Yes?
False. I think Time Cop is way better than Looper.
You've got excellent taste in films.
It is fucking brilliant. I mean, he does some, he just shits on himself a lot on this show, and I can appreciate that, because if I know about something, it's shitting on myself. Verbally, not, well, there are times when I trust it fart. The show starts by Van Damme being kind of miserable in his own house, and he's actually quit the secret agent job a while ago, but now he wants to get back in because his old love interest is, well, he just happened to come across her, so he wants to get back on mission so he can be close to her love interest, and so he takes on another movie role and goes to I just watched it. I have really fucking bad memory when it comes to details, but yeah, he takes on another movie, and the movie is fucking fantastic. It was I haven't read the book or anything. I think it's like Mark Twain's something like Huckleberry Finn or something. Is that the book that had that semi-racist name, or well, really racist name, the N-word Jim? I think that's a real Mark Twain character. They made fun of that on Family Guy or something like that. That's my only clue about the name. It's that book, if that book is real. I'm still kind of having a hard time to believe that it's a real book, but it's a Huckleberry Finn. I know that's a real thing, but anyway, they're making a movie version with, well, a lot more fighting because it's Van Damme. And at the same time, he's kind of investigating, bad guys, like secret agents usually do. And you get most out of this TV show if you've seen Van Damme's like 80s and 90s movies and really know them inside out. That's how you kind of get more deeper dive in the show. But if you don't know those that well, I still think it's a pretty goddamn funny show, if you at least know like Van Damme, kind of vaguely at least. I'd say it still kind of works.
When one sense is gone, the others heightened.
I don't think that applies to vision when driving.
Anyway, fantastic show. It's funny, it's kind of dramatic, but in a funny way, and it's got action, which is also pretty damn funny. And Van Damme plays a few roles in that, because that's kind of making fun of his older movies where he usually had like double roles, like in Double Impact and Replicant and Maximum Risk, and there was some other I can't remember, but yeah, he usually played, well, Time Cop, he kind of plays double role. But basically in this show they're fucking taking shots at all the old Van Damme movies, and Van Damme is taking shots himself too, and it is fantastic. I've seen it twice. And I'm definitely gonna watch it a few times more. It's only one season and 6 episodes, and all the episodes are like 30-35 minutes around there. So it's really quick watch through. It's on Amazon Prime. Jean-Claude Van Johnson. It's Van Damme good. That was cringy. Number 6 on my list is a TV show that has probably the shittiest CGI I've ever seen, and probably the biggest penises I've ever seen. It's Spartacus. Fantastic show. It's bloody. The CGI sucks. but I didn't care. It was so well done, you know. I loved the show. I mean, not the CGI was well done. That CGI was shittily done. It got better throughout the show, but yeah, Spartacus, it's an old age story about a slave who escapes and then starts a revolution. You know, tries to take on his old masters. Or a lot of you might already know the story, how it goes, but man, even though I knew the story, how it ends, it was still fucking fantastic TV show. I loved every minute of it. The only thing that sucks, first season, the guy who plays Spartacus, he actually died from a cancer or something like that after the first season. Then they did the second season, focused more on a character called Gannicus, which was before Spartacus became a slave.
Blood rains down from an angry sky. My cock rages on, my cock rages on.
Gannicus.
Brother, come, drink, join me.
But they both meet at the third season, you know, but it's just a nice little backstory of the character of Gannicus and how he won his freedom, and he was pretty much like the only one who actually did win his freedom at some point. Really interesting characters, you know. Also, I really loved Crixus. He was fucking beast, you know. I just loved his character.
You have earned a glorious death. And will die at the hands of a gladiator.
Oh yeah, what the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, this guy who played Spartacus died from a cancer or something after the first season. Then they met the second season about Gannicus, and third and fourth season they had another actor play Spartacus, which sucked. But then again, you know, what are you gonna do when your main character or main actor dies, you know? But the original actor who played Spartacus, he approved the next actor, so, you know, it's the best they can do, you know. He is weaker, but still fucking love the show from start to end. It's so brutal, it's got a lot of nudity, and I love most of the actors, and yeah, it doesn't overstay its welcome, like, you know, some TV shows might just go on forever, which just, you know, they just slowly die away, but this 4 tight seasons, and it was over. And also, Spartacus, the TV show, answers an age-old question every little boy has had since the 90s. What does Xena's tits look like? We get Lucy Lawless, topless. I mean, if that's not enough reason to watch the show, I don't know what is. But Lucy Lawless is also fucking awesome in this show, you know. I love Lucy Lawless. I've always loved Lucy Lawless.
I do not seek pleasure. I need only your cock. Speak of this and see it parted from your body.
She's fucking fantastic. Xena and, you know, Spartacus. Brutal show and a really tragic tale about, you know, freedom and slavery and losing your loved ones and shit like that. It's great. Fantastic show. Huge penises. And Lucy Lawless tits. Number 5 on this list is a fantastic TV show which features a lot of penises too. A weird theme for this list, but okay. It's Oz!
Cocksucker. Fuck you, fucking rapist.
And if you don't know Oz, Oz is fucking brilliant TV show about prison. Prison shows are fucking fantastic. I love prison shows. You know, prison is such a savage place. You know, you can do some really brutal storylines and stuff like that. You know, some real drama in prison shows. You know, Oz is basically, it has this place. Was it called like Emerald City? It's been a little while since I last watched it, so I'll have to watch that again at some point. But yeah, it has this new prison which is called Emerald City, where the prisoners are more freely out there interacting with each other. So just the kind of perfect atmosphere for a really dramatic prison show. And yeah, it's because it's a prison show, you know, you have a lot of dicks too. I mean, some of the prisoners are dicks, and well, it's a male prison, so a lot of dicks. And Oz, it's fucking fantastic show, had fucking fantastic characters. Probably my favorite was Adebisi, who was this huge black guy. I still to this day, I want to know how he could keep that fucking hat on. It never dropped. And it's not, he's got this huge bald head and that little fucking hat. It's like a little clown's hat, you can see, but they usually have like strings. He he didn't have any strings. It was just a cap, you know, just here, just like glued. But it wasn't glued. He could just take it off and put it back on, and it just stuck every goddamn time. That hat is one of the biggest mysteries on television, you know, I have. This day, I'm still curious how that works.
Up and down. Life and horse. First I was king, then I was loony. Now I'm king again.
But yeah, many awesome characters throughout the show and many awesome actors, you know. There was also the guy who played the Irish guy, O'Reilly. That was one of my favorites too.
You know how I said that I always get someone to kill for me? Yeah. Well, in your case, I'm gonna make an exception.
Basically, the show is day-to-day life of prisoners, but, you know, of course, because it's a HBO TV show, they add some drama and conflict and all that kind of shit, you know. I think that was kind of like the first show that really started the real gritty show trend, you know. After that, there's been so many TV shows that are just really gritty and, you know, all this kind of awful shit happens. I think that was kind of like the first of its kind. I might be wrong, but back when we saw that show, it just felt like, god damn, this is nasty. It wasn't like gory and shit. Of course, there was blood and there was a lot of violence, but, you know, it felt more real. It wasn't like, you know, someone's guts laying out like in Spartacus or something like that. And it was a TV show where you never knew who was gonna get killed. You know, that kind of started that trend too, which then later on Game of Thrones kind of perfected. But prison show, good drama, you know. Who doesn't like that? Number 4 on my list, and remember when I just said that some TV shows go on and on and on and on until they slowly die down? Well, number 4 on my list is a show called Supernatural, and it was fucking 15 seasons.
It's the greatest hits of mullet rock.
Well, house rules, Sammy. Driver picks the music. Shotgun shuts his cake hole.
That's a long show. I mean, holy shit. And every season had like 22, 23 episodes or something like that. Third season had fewer. That had like 16 episodes or something like that. And I think the final season might have had, you know, couple episodes less than usual. But still, that's a fucking shit ton to watch. TV, you know. I still haven't watched that second time. I watched like the seasons 1 through 9 or 10, probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. I first discovered the show when there was already like 6 or 7 seasons, so, you know, I watched those, and then before the 8th season or something came out, I watched those again, and then before the 9th season came out, I watched those again, and by around like season 11 or 12, I just kind of watched a couple of the latest seasons and then the newer one. I've only watched it once from start to end. I've been pondering if I should start another round and watch it again from start to end, but that's a huge fucking undertaking if you're gonna watch the whole goddamn show from start to end. I loved it.
He said he was sorry.
You talking to me? Are you talking to me?
Great, another guy who's seen Taxi Driver one too many times. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
There are people who always said that, you know, it kind of lost its edge, and yeah, I kind of agree with that, but I always enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, like the first 6, 7 seasons, those were fucking fantastic. Later on, there were like fantastic episodes every here and there.
Why'd you take a picture? Why'd you have to use tongue?
The show is basically 2 brothers who hunt down supernatural stuff. That's why it's called Supernatural. It's a show that goes through pretty much every horror trope there is, and then some. It's like The Simpsons of horror, except like the first season had some horror elements, but after that it pretty much became kind of like a horror comedy and more comedy. I'm having kind of difficulties calling it a horror show. The show fucking goes on forever, and it just covers everything from fucking leprechauns to God. In some weird fucking way, they even threw in soap operas and Scooby-Doo there. I mean, it's fucking nuts, that show.
Jinkies! Jeepers!
Zoinks! Ruh-roh! Son of a bitch.
some people complain about the ending of the show because it was a long ass show that, the ending wasn't good enough. But honestly, how the hell are you gonna end a show that's run that fucking long? 15 seasons? It's just insane. I fucking loved it. I haven't watched the spin-off show that's out, but I've heard it's not that good, so I'm not sure if I might take a peek at some point. But yeah, God damn it, I kind of want to watch the whole thing again. I do recommend it that's a show I can recommend to pretty much everyone. If you're just even a little bit interested in, supernatural, why not take a peek?
What are you doing? I mean, if film cameras pick these suckers up, then maybe, right there! Got him.
It might be your thing, it might not, I don't fucking know. But yeah, that's my number 4 show, and let's move on. Number 3 on my list is a TV show that revolves around probably the greatest sport hero that has ever lived. There's only one man who did 4 touchdowns in one game, and the TV show is Married with Children.
You're in my son. I'm trying to get an all-over tan.
Well, you're asking a lot of the sun.
That is pretty much my all-time favorite sitcom. I mean, I fucking love that show. But yeah, it's a show about Bundys, which is probably the most awesomest TV family ever out there. I mean, there's Al Bundy, who's the shoe salesman, and then there's Peggy Bundy, who's Al's wife, and she's probably the laziest person on earth. And she's just fucking fantastic.
I don't do anything. I'm a housewife, damn it. But look, I feel sorry for you. I know what it is to be alone. I have a husband and 2 kids. But I don't go around killing them. I mean, I might if I didn't have a TV.
And then there's Bud Bundy. He's so good as the son of the family, He's kind of a loser. He always tries to get laid, but never seems to really get some. There's a character I can relate to.
Will you leave her alone? The girl just had the best sex of her life.
I didn't say it was the best. I said you did your best.
Yeah, teenage years can be brutal. And then there's the love of my life, Kelly Bundy.
Back from aerobics class. Although, I didn't really feel the burn until the bus ride home. Almost every man on the bus offered me his seat, although nobody was willing to stand up to let me have it.
Well, actually, I'm saving myself to Pamela Anderson, but she's getting a little older, and I've been waiting since like 90s when I first saw Baywatch. I think I might have to accept the fact that me and Pamela Anderson are just never gonna hit it, so... Well, Kelly Bundy's next on the list. Anyway, the family's dirt poor and they have like the shittiest luck all the time, and the show is totally not PC. It's not even near politically correct. All those fat jokes and shit like that Al Bundy does to all the customers at the shoe store, those are fucking brutal.
All that jumping must have expanded my foot.
And I see you must have fallen on your butt a time or 2.
To my face!
Well, I'd say it behind your back, but my car's only got half a tank of gas!
It's the kind of stuff you probably couldn't make these days. I kind of hate that saying that you can't do that these days, but yeah, you can, but it just won't be showed in as many places as, it used to be. But the best thing is that all those overweight women were actually comedians in the show, and they helped write all those jokes, so that was kind of great. They were kind of in on the joke. They had sense of humor about the subject, so what are you gonna do? But like all sitcoms, the show pretty much just followed around the family's life. Al Bundy was a poor salesman and a lot of insults thrown around, back and forth with people. And there was also a dog, Buck.
There he goes again, on and on about his non-life. Hey, newsflash, people, you have a dog? A dog who hasn't been brushed or bathed in 6 years? Now I know how Willie Nelson feels.
He was fucking awesome. He had actually a few different voice actors. Sometimes you could hear the dog's thoughts. On one episode, the voice actor was actually Cheech Marin from Cheech and Chong. That was pretty much the whole show. I get nothing else, move on. Only 2 shows left, and number 2 is the best thing out of Canada. It's a TV show called Trailer Park Boys.
I got a freaking muscle spasm in my back, you know. Gears slipped, air brakes were shot to hell. I mean, there's nothing I could do. Boom, right into the post office.
Did he mention he was fucking wasted out of his goddamn mind?
Some guys can drink and drive, some guys can't. I mean, what is drunk? Is drunk going all over the road? Hey, Flipper, come on now. Settle down there, buddy.
He was fucking hammered.
Now, Trailer Park Boys, I actually, back when I was in army, I had weekends off. I saw that first time back then, and it came out like really late during the night on our TV, and I think it was like Friday or Saturday, I can't remember which, but I did watch the show, you know, they showed like episode or 2 back then. It's kind of like, the fuck is this?
Okay, be quiet in there. Actually, you cock peelers hang back here. Don't wake Lucy up, all right? Fuck!
It's like documentary, but there was stuff happening there which I just, you know, watching it more, I was like, they can't show shit like this on documentaries. What the hell? These guys are growing weed on documentary. Weed was illegal. I don't know if weed's illegal in Canada now, but back then it was illegal. It was illegal pretty much everywhere probably back then. I don't remember, but yeah, it was really just, what the hell? And then I just kind of forgot about the show for a few years, and then came Netflix, and turns out they had Trailer Park Boys. And I was like, this is that weird show that I watched, and started watching it from the start, and the whole show is really low budget, mostly. Like the first season, that's like dirt poor budget when you look at how it's made, and the first couple of seasons, and I don't know, I was kind of like, the hell is this? But I still kept watching it. I mean, it's a group who does documentary. You can never really see the group. You just see the characters in the trailer park that are in Canada, in what was it, Nova Scotia? The camera crew just follows them around, and they do all kinds of, you know, little crimes, you know, just small, like they steal stuff mostly, or, you know, grow dope. It's kind of like the simplest idea, and it's kind of stupid, but it's at the same time, it's really fucking smart.
Have you read the Bible?
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. What's it to you?
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends. Can you go fuck yourself?
And the comedy is, when you first watch it, you might kind of actually miss it, you know, like, you just look at, you know, these people are fucking weird in this trailer park. Then it kind of grows on you, and you kind of start to get more into it. At least for me, it was like that, you know, it took a little while, and at some point, I was just hooked, and I was like, this show is fucking fantastic. I couldn't wait for another season. The main characters are, there's these 3 guys, Ricky, Bubbles, and Julian, who are these little criminals, and they always kind of try to come up with a scheme to, you know, become rich, basically. Grow dope and sell it. Hash, you know, or there's episodes where they're just stealing stuff, you know. Bubbles is, in early seasons, he's collecting cards, you know, or those, when you go to the store, you have those shopping carts.
Look at this shit. Bubbles, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
These carts are public domain, Ricky.
What's up? No, man, that's... Bubbles, get back here, you dick!
I love all the people who live in that trailer park. Just everyone's a fucking weird character, usually with, you know, some weird names like Shitty Bill. And the trailer park supervisor, he's the best actor in that whole series. Unfortunately, he died, you know, some times ago. So, you know, well, I haven't heard that there's going to be new seasons or anything. Yeah, the guy who played the trailer park supervisor, Mr. Leahy, Jim Leahy, he's the best on-screen drunk ever. The best. There's no question about it. Nobody in television's history or movie history plays drunk not even half as good as Mr. Leahy does.
Julian! I don't know where I felt like I get a little drink around here, do you, bud?
It's odd. I've never been to a trailer park. We don't have trailer parks here in Finland. I'd imagine they're quite interesting places to be in or around, or, you know. And also there's Randy, who's the trailer park supervisor's Mr. Leahy's. It's been like 11 seasons, so all the people have had multiple titles, but he was at some point the weekend supervisor or something like that. He's basically the guy who helps Mr. Leahy supervise the trailer park.
Looks like you pissed yourself, bud.
You pissed yourself too, Mr. Leahy.
Not again.
It's fucking insane what happens in that trailer park. And all the seasons always end with someone going to jail, or, you know, a lot of them going to jail. I want to go to Canada and go in jail there too, because apparently it's like the nicest fucking place to ever be in. And you can smoke so much dope in that jail, so that's great. It's just day-to-day life of trailer park people. And those three guys are basically the main stars of that show. You know, Ricky, Bubbles, and Julian.
How in the Christ did fucking Mo get a handgun? He must have found it in the car. I don't know. I've been looking for that gun for 3 years. I love that gun.
Oh, he's got your favorite gun, does he?
And also, just to prove you how much I fucking love that show, this is Ricky, named after Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. I named my cats after the characters from that show. Ricky here likes to grow dope and sell it, don't you? Okay, I'll put you down. And this here is Randy from the show. Randy is a fat male prostitute and weekend supervisor who likes to eat a lot of cheeseburgers.
You're prostituting yourself out for cheeseburgers again, aren't you?
Man's gotta eat, Julian.
And he can't wear shirts because he gets a rash. I also had Julian, but unfortunately Randy and Julian didn't get along, which is kind of fitting because in the TV show they don't like each other either. It's a weird show, a lot of fucked up characters. Canada finally did something right. Before we get to number one, there are a couple of honorable mentions that I had listed, but couldn't make it on this. MacGyver, obviously. Knight Rider, obviously. I didn't list Baywatch here, but Pamela Anderson, obviously. Sons of Anarchy, unfortunately that one didn't make the cut either. I love that. Peaky Blinders, that is fucking fantastic show, didn't make it here. Xena, well, I love Lucy Lawless. Game of Thrones, that was great up until the 2 last seasons, and it's not the 2 last seasons that ruined it for me. It's that one episode which I waited through all those 7 seasons. Finally, they get into war against the White Walkers. It was over an hour watching black screen. You could see like 2 minutes of that episode every time a dragon took a dump. What We Do in the Shadows, best vampire show ever. Barry, fucking fantastic show about a hitman. Funny, kind of dark humor. Cobra Kai, that is fucking fantastic. I didn't mention Walking Dead here, but that show kind of really died down towards the end. Negan was still, you know, awesome all the way through, but... And now it's time for my favorite TV show of all time. And it is the grooviest show ever. Ash vs. Evil Dead.
I like where your head's at. Almost as much as I like where your nub's at. Oh.
That's disgusting. But you know, I can't be mad, because that's exactly what I would have said.
As a long-time Evil Dead fan, and those movies are some of my all-time favorite movies, Ash vs. Evil Dead TV show, that was like holding your sperm in for like 100 years and then finally letting it go. That's how it felt when they finally announced Ash vs. Evil Dead. No, that's how it felt when I saw the first episode.
I'd do me. All day long.
I came and I came again, and I think I came 3rd time, and that first episode was like 20-25 minutes long. That was some kind of record. Bruce Campbell, you can't beat him.
Just kill me. Easy, pal. We're not gonna kill anybody. Get you all fixed up.
And Evil Dead is just, it's so interesting universe, the whole Book of the Dead and what you can find from that book. And the demons, they're not like regular zombies or regular demons or, you know, shit like that. They have their kind of own little twist. That show is like Bruce Campbell orgasm, one after another, you know, those one-liners and jokes he does. And, well, mostly one-liners that work as jokes, kind of, because it's his delivery.
Oh, easy on the straight zone there. Or not.
Ash is like the perfect anti-hero. Yeah, I'd say he's anti-hero, not really hero. He's really dumb and he doesn't really care about others too much, but in the end he always kind of still comes true, whether he wants to or not. Most of the time he really doesn't.
What, you never saw a guy with a chainsaw hand before?
And the show, it really doesn't skimp on blood and gore. I mean, it does have some CGI, but it also blends in some practical effects too, you know, blood and gore. And oh boy, there's a lot of blood. I mean, it's amazing what Bruce Campbell went through shooting those movies, and now the TV show, he's basically drenched in blood in every fucking episode, and it's awesome. And the other actors too, you know, who play Pablo and Kelly.
All right, look, if I get this done quick enough, we might have time to stop for churros. And look, that's not a racist thing, Pablo. That's just a great dessert.
Okay. You know I'm not Mexican, right?
That's the spirit.
Back off now, or I will fuck your faces with bullets!
Too much?
I totally bought it.
Who are kind of Ash's sidekicks. They do a fucking fantastic job too. I mean, I love those characters. They were so goddamn awesome. I don't get why they keep making new Evil Dead movies, and I get it. Bruce Campbell doesn't really want to be in those anymore, because, you know, who wants to be drenched in blood all the time, especially when you're getting old? You know, it must get hard or something like that. Or I'm not sure if he said that he'd be open to do another Evil Dead movie if Sam Raimi came back and directed it or something, but I don't know. Well, anyway, I don't know why they keep making new movies with new characters when they could make some continuation to Pablo and Kelly's characters. Those were just fucking awesome too. I loved those, and the show just has fucking awesome actors throughout it. You know, there's Sam Raimi's brother, Ted Raimi, is on season 2. He's Ash's best friend or something like that. And then there's Ash's dad, who is played by I can't remember the actor's name, but he played the was it $6 Million Man or something like that. Can't remember the name, but fucking fantastic. And the show has Lucy Lawless too.
Oh, and by the way, Bigfoot has a name. It's Ruby.
Oh, is that so, Ruby?
We can't see her tits in this show, so Spartacus wins there, but in everything else, Ash vs. Evil Dead beats Spartacus. Ash vs. Evil Dead beats everything else in everything. Except the titty part, but yeah, you know. But I think the thing that really raises the series so high up is, well, not only it's just brilliantly done, and it is brilliant, and Bruce Campbell is brilliant, but also Army of Darkness came out like, I think it was 92, somewhere around there, and after that it was just quiet, nothing. Fans always wanted more Evil Dead, but we never got. Now I can't remember if we got the remake of Evil Dead, the first Evil Dead, before the show. It might have been, but still, that wasn't Bruce Campbell's Evil Dead, so, you know. But after so much waiting, just the day when they announced the show, it was like best sex I've ever had. And I remember when the show came out, every season has like, I think it had 10 episodes. Every episode is like 30-35 minutes long. I watched those, and immediately I watched those again, you know, the first season. And then I watched the first season again when second season came out. And then, you know, I watched those again, you know, from start to finish. And when the third season came out, I watched those again before the third season. I watched that. I think I watched the third season only like 3 times. The second season I watched probably like 6 times, and the first season I watched probably like 9 times or something like that. It's just, I never get bored of that. And I'm thinking of watching that show again now. You know, it's at least it's way quicker than Supernatural, which I kind of want to watch again too. But yeah, I'm gonna watch Ash vs. Evil Dead before that. I mean, but it is just brilliant show. It's just like 30% of the show's appeal is the show and all the demons and stuff, and 70% it's just Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell. All you need is a camera and Bruce Campbell. You put Bruce Campbell in front of the camera, and you got fucking gold.
How well do you really know the Mexican anyway?
Hey, he's not the Mexican, okay? He's Pablo. Pablo the Mexican.
Yeah, kind of like your Chet the dumb white guy.
Oh, no. That's a little racist, Pablo. Apology.
Like I said, I watched the Doctor Strange, the one that Sam Raimi directed. I think it was okay. It was like 8 out of 10. But the scenes where Bruce Campbell was, those scenes were 11 out of 10. I fucking love Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell is brilliant, brilliant. And just the setup for the show, it's like the dumbest thing. Obviously there's the Book of the Dead, which raises the demons or, summons the demons, and they can only come if you read from the book. But basically Bruce Campbell's character Ash has the book in his trailer. He lives in Trailer Park too. Weird, when you watch this list, I really seem to like big cocks and trailer parks. Shit. Anyway, Ash gets stoned with this chick who's, well, I don't know, she's into poetry or something like that. So Ash, obviously, because he's stoned out of his mind, pulls out the Book of the Dead and reads some poetry, and bam! You got Ash vs. Evil Dead TV show. 3 seasons. It stopped kinda on a cliffhanger. Kinda. It doesn't really bother me because all the movies always stopped at a cliffhanger, and it was expected in some way. It really seemed interesting, when the 3rd season stops. It's not cliffhanger that really bugs me, but trust me, I would kill someone for, more seasons. But then again, even if it didn't have any kind of cliffhanger, I'd still kill people for more seasons of Ash vs. Evil Dead. So I don't know. I just fucking love the show, Anyway, I've been rambling on for a while now about trailer parks and cocks and Bruce Campbell. Weirdly, nothing about Bruce Campbell's cock, but anyway, I'm gonna stop this video now, and I'm gonna fuck off, so you can fuck off too, and I don't know, write your own favorite TV shows down there. I know I haven't seen, I've been more in the movies lately. There was a little while when I watched more TV shows, but it was pretty much after I watched Supernatural all the way through. They're so long projects. I really appreciate a good 90 minutes or 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours, movie that tells a story and that's it. It's just really hard for me to get into TV shows, especially if there's already a lot of seasons. There are stuff I want to watch, but I just haven't. I tried watching that, what was it, Yellowstone with Kevin Costner. Everyone was raving about it. It's great. It was good, but it was slow, and I was like, there's already 5 or 6 seasons out. Fuck it. I watched 3 episodes and it didn't suck me in, so I forget about it. That's what happens to me with a lot of series. They're so long projects. I'm gonna fuck off now. I'm gonna go to a trailer park and watch some cocks. Apparently. God damn it. Hey, I gotta warn you though. Stay off that Japanese anime shit. Isn't that Japanese cartoon stuff? Yeah. Well, that doesn't sound too bad. Well, I got this friend, and he got really into that shit, and he's in prison now. Prison time? Just for some Japanese cartoons? How the fuck's that possible? Well, he went into this Halloween party, and every girl was dressed up in this slutty school uniform, and this dude, he was dressed up as an octopus. He got 8 sexual assault charges all at once. It was crazy. I'm telling you, that Japanese stuff, it'll fuck you up. Jesus. I don't think I want to get into any series anymore. I think I'm better just sticking with movies. Good choice, man. I'm really proud of you. Hey, I do sell meth too, if you want some. It is Saturday, so obviously yes. Nice.